Hi people, it's me, Anja, my pronouns are she and her, and welcome back to my channel for a new video. Honestly, I don't even know what I'm going to title this video. I was very hesitant to even make this video in the first place, just because, first of all, Fourth Wing fans might not click on this video because the algorithm might not show it to them in the first place. Second of all, some people have argued that reading is not political, that you can separate the art from the artist, and whatnot. Third of all, I think that reading is political. Literature shapes the way that we think. And second of all, or whatever number I'm on, because I forgot, Rebecca Yarros is a Zionist, and I don't support her. But with that said, I don't even know if some of these authors that I'm promoting are pro-Palestine. I know that some of them are, for sure. But some of them I'm not quite sure, because some of them don't exactly have public social media accounts, so I don't know what they actually think. You know what I mean? So I might just be eating my words here. But basically, I read Fourth Wing last summer, and I wish I hadn't. So I don't know if any of this makes any sense. Besides, Fourth Wing isn't even YA in the first place, it's adult. But with the recent release of the third book in the series, back in late January, I just wanted to quickly address, what's happening in Palestine right now is diabolical, and it's devastating, and it's awful, and I think that readers should be more critical of the content that they consume, because like I said, literature shapes the way that we think, and I am encouraging you to do research, and just talk about and address what's been happening outside of America, outside of your own country, and just, does that make any sense? I don't know if it does, but here on this channel, reading is political. And anyway, with that said, let's just get into the book recommendations before I continue to talk in circles. The first book on this list is called Dragonfruit. This story is a YA fantasy following two former best friends who haven't seen each other in quite a while, but anyway, they're both chasing the same thing, an egg from a dragon that has the power to undo sadness. First of all, this book is inspired by Pacific Islander mythology. Second of all, the world building is excellent. It's so atmospheric, and truly, I really loved it so much. I love the dual perspective, the romance, the characters. This story is unbelievably so underrated, and it deserves so much more hype. I think it is excellent. I think it's brilliant. I think it's so immersive, and it's so well done. I just really enjoyed it from the beginning to the end. I mean, it has dragons in it. Do you know what also has dragons, but is poorly written? Fourth Wing. Do you know what has dragons, but is extremely well written? This book. It's excellent. I love it. Anyway, with that said, I would definitely highly recommend it. The next book on this list is called Legendborn. This story is a YA fantasy following a young black main character who's discovering the truth behind her mom's death, which is related to secret societies and the Arthur legend. If that doesn't make any sense, that's fine. Read this book and you'll understand. The third book in this series is one of my most anticipated 2025 new releases, and I think when this video comes out, because I'm pre-filming this video February 4th, I think Oathbound comes out next week, which is so exciting. I love this series so much. I think it is excellent. I think it's so well done. I love the characters, the world building, the romance, the love triangle, the friendships, the black culture. This book is excellent, and it's so atmospheric, and it's so well done. The writing is so good, and it's so awesome. Some people might argue that it's too on the nose or whatever. I think it's perfect. I think this book is excellent, and it's brilliant, and it's so well written. So anyway, with that said, I would definitely highly recommend it. The next book on this list is called This Dark Descent. This story is a YA fantasy following three characters who are all involved in a deadly horse race, which has a famous reputation for its high body count and money prize. This story is absolutely so excellent, and it's so well done. First of all, the world building is inspired by Jewish mythology, which we all love. Second of all, two of the main characters are queer, specifically I believe bisexual and demisexual, so the normalized queer representation was awesome and so well done. Second of all, or third of all, the friendship between all of the characters together was so good. The romances are adorable and so well paced and so awesome. The world building, like I said, is so rich and so stunning and so atmospheric and immersive. This book is excellent. It's so good. The sequel was amazing and so awesome. This series is a duology, in case you were wondering, and everything about it was excellent and awesome and well paced. I love this book so much. I hope that you will too. So anyway, with that said, I would definitely highly recommend it. The next book on this list is called Practical Rules for Cursed Witches. I believe I said last year that this book is one of my favorite queer fantasies that I read last year, which is true, but also I didn't read a lot of queer fantasies last year. But anyway, this story is a YA fantasy following a young sapphic main character who must complete her magical training by breaking a powerful family's curse. This story is absolutely so excellent and it's so well done. First of all, the characters come to life so well. I love the found family, the group dynamic, the romance is so cute and it's so well paced. I truly really enjoy it so much. The plot is so engaging. The world building is excellent. I love the magic. Like, it's so good. Also, the story is queer normative, which I love. I love stories that don't have homophobia in them, just in general, because it feels so refreshing and so wholesome and so normalized. Like, this is the type of world that I wish could exist in real life. Does that make any sense? Obviously, also the magic and everything too. But anyway, this book is excellent and it's brilliant and I just really enjoyed it. So anyway, with that said, I would definitely highly recommend it. The next book on this list is called This Ravenous Fate. This story, if you didn't know, is a YA historical fantasy set during the Harlem Renaissance, following two black lesbian main characters, one of which is a vampire and the other one is a vampire hunter. And basically, they're also former best friends who are teaming up to face a common enemy. Does that make any sense? The romance kind of reminded me of Catradora from Sheila Princess of Power, or Kate Vi from Arcane League of Legends. In case you were wondering, it's so cute and it's so well paced, and I love it so much. I'm so excited to read the sequel, which I don't remember when exactly it's coming out. I don't even remember if the cover's been dropped, but the title's been dropped. So anyway, I digress. The world building is excellent and it's so atmospheric. This book has also been critiqued for being too on the nose, but I think it's so good. The writing is so fantastic. The characters are so well developed and so distinct. Like I said, the romance is awesome and I love it so much. I love the exploration of blackness and queerness in the 1920s. The setting is awesome. Everything about this book is so great. So anyway, with that said, I would definitely highly recommend it. The next book on this list is called Little Thieves. For those who don't know, this book is a YA fantasy retelling of the Goose Girl, featuring a demisexual protagonist in a queer normative world, and it's absolutely so excellent. There is a trigger warning on this story when it comes to emotional abusive parents, and I think that everything about this story is absolutely so excellent and it's so well done. The third book in this series comes out in, I think, 2 weeks when you're watching this video. I'm not completely sure if it comes out the same day as Oathbound or the week after I'm not completely sure, but it is one of my most anticipated 2025 new releases because the series is amazing and I love it and it's so underrated. First of all, the queerness is excellent and I love it. The characters are so well developed and so distinct. I love the found family. I love the romance. I love the writing. I love the world building. Everything about it is so excellent and it's so well paced and it hooks you in immediately. I love it so much. This series so far has been absolutely so awesome and so well done. So anyway, with that said, I would definitely highly recommend it. The next book on this list is called A Tempest of Tea. This story is a YA fantasy following a young South Asian main character who runs an illegal tea room that caters to vampires, and when her establishment is threatened, she must save it. Does that make any sense? But anyway, this book was so good. First of all, I knew the world building would be excellent because this author previously wrote the We Hunt the Flame duology, which was absolutely so good from my memory whenever I read that. That feels like it was ages ago. I feel like I read We Hunt the Flame ages ago. I don't remember specifically when it was published, but I read that series in the years that it was published, and it feels like I read that in high school. But anyway, age reveal. Anyway, this book was so good. The world building is excellent. It's so atmospheric. It is so awesome. I love a heist. I love vampires. The characters are so well developed and so distinct. The plot is so engaging and so intriguing, and I love it so much. I love the friendships. I love the romance. I'm so excited to read the sequel. I don't remember when it comes out. Maybe this year, maybe next year. I don't care. I'm so excited. This book is absolutely so amazing and it's so awesome. And with that said, I would definitely highly, highly recommend it. The next book on this list is called A Prayer for Vengeance. This story is a YA fantasy following an autistic main character who's determined to find the truth behind a corrupt religion. Sound familiar? And the girl that he accidentally awakens. This book is in dual perspective, and it was so good. First of all, the autism representation as an autistic reader felt so good and so awesome, and I felt so seen and heard and respected. Second of all, the world building is excellent, and I loved it. Third of all, the romance is so cute and it's so well paced, and everything about both characters made them fit so well together. Their chemistry, their motivations, their emotions, everything felt so realistic and so well done, and I understood both of them equally. Does that make any sense? This book is excellent. The plot and the mystery and the world building were all done so well. This book is so atmospheric and it's so well done. This book, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, is a standalone, and it's so good. Anyway, I just really, really enjoyed it. So with that said, I would definitely highly, highly recommend it. The last book on this list, and definitely not the least, is called So Let Them Burn. This story is a YA Jamaican-inspired fantasy that follows two sisters after one of them makes an unprecedented bond with a dragon, and the other one is a god-blessed heroine, and she must make a choice to either save her sister or protect her homeland, because the gods tell her the only way to break this bond is to kill her sister. And she's like, absolutely not. Why would I do that? Anyway, this book was excellent and it's fantastic. It has dragons, sisters, queer representation. What else do you need? This book is so good. I'm about to read the sequel this week, and I'm so excited because this first book was awesome. I loved the world building. I love the characters. I love the dual perspective. I love the sister relationship. I love the casual queer representation. I believe one of the sisters is a lesbian, and she does have a sapphic relationship. We love to see it. This book is excellent. I love it. Like I said, I'm so excited to start the sequel this week. I love this book so much, especially as a half Jamaican reader. The world building is excellent and it's so good. So anyway, with that said, I would definitely highly, highly recommend it. So in conclusion, first of all, Zendaya articulated this way better than I'm going to in a Smallfoot interview, but basically, she said something that has stuck with me ever since. First of all, there are two types of ignorance. The first one is when people genuinely don't know and they are naive about information because they genuinely have no idea. Second of all, the second type of ignorance is when people do know what they're doing and they choose not to educate themselves and they choose not to listen to marginalized voices. And I think that this video, I hope, is framed towards the first type of ignorance, because with the second type of ignorance, if you are a Fourth Wing fan, I don't think this video is going to show up in your algorithm. You know what I mean? Since algorithms are created towards, like, what you like. You know what I mean? And anyway, I don't follow the author publicly or anything like that, so I don't know if she's gone through some character development lately or changed her ideas or anything like that. Like I said earlier somewhere in this video, I'm pre-filming this video February 4th, so maybe things have changed since then, and I will give her grace and, I don't know, patience for that. Third of all, I think that one of the most important things to do in these times is to stay educated, because education combats ignorance. You know what I mean? I don't know if anything I'm saying really makes any sense. I think that reading is political, especially since I said earlier, literature shapes the way that we think. So anyway, with that said, I hope that this video helped diversify your bookshelf. If you enjoy this video, please don't hesitate to give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below the strawberry emoji if you made it all the way to the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!